Today I'm going to use the free features in the Snapseed and Lightroom apps with some handy tricks to give this image a contrasty, vibrant look. Here I'll be going back and forth between Snapseed and Lightroom a bit. Just keep this in mind before I start. I'm going to start with Snapseed. Here you can see this distracting text on this hoarding. We'll try to remove it with the lens blur filter. Moving this radial blur filter a bit to make sure the blurriness covers the hoarding. Little increase in the blur strength. And with masking, going to the stacks icon, view edits, lens blur filter and brush. Here with the effect hidden and with the brush transparency at 100, zooming in and brushing it carefully on the text. Now to the selective filters. One on the greens to make them bright and give more color. And one more on the shadows on the trees to make them more bright and reveal some color there. Next, to make the image more interesting and give pop to the train and the greens, I'm gonna reduce the brightness to the maximum. Then with masking, with the effect hidden, applying the effect by zooming out at the bottom and in the sky. Zooming out gives you faded feather on the mask. Now zooming in to fine tune the selection, especially on the train. Next, tuning the curves to give more brightness to the highlights, dragging the upper part towards left to make the highlights brighter. Next, exporting this to Lightroom for color tuning. Keep note that a separate copy of this is saved now, which I will come back to later. Here in Lightroom, going directly to the HSL sliders in the color menu mix. Here I'm going to try to give orangish color to the trees. So moving the green hues towards yellow. As you can see, it is also affecting the color on the train, which I do not want. We'll try to correct it later. Now concentrating on the trees, also adding saturation and more brightness. Also we'll try to mute the blue color by reducing the saturation and luminance. Same for the aquas. As the colors are not orangish enough, I will save this and import back. Again in the color menu mix, this time moving the yellow hues towards orange and more saturation. Still I need to correct the colors on the train and the tracks, which I will come back to shortly. Increasing the whites a bit to give the image more punch. So to get back the colors on the train, I will export this back to Snapseed. After opening this in Snapseed using the double exposure tool, I'm gonna add the saved image from the earlier Snapseed edit, increasing the opacity to 100. Then with masking, carefully revealing the colors on the train and the tracks by tuning the mask. Finally, some contrast with the soft contrast preset in the curves tool. Here's the final result. Thanks for watching.